had initially only planned to have a couple of videos up this week, some that I had pre-recorded about a week ago, and I just wasn't sure when I was going to, fit them in. So I was editing them to put them in this week, but then I got a couple of new lip things. So what we're gonna do this week, you might actually get like 4 videos this week, possibly 5 if I film another one, just because that's the way this week is feeling. I'm gonna do separate videos for each of the lip things. So today, we're gonna be talking about, since it's the launch of them today, the new Bite Power Move Soft Matte Lipstick, because they did send me a few of the shades. And what I thought could be fun is, of course, swatching them for you so you can see these shades. I can talk about the formula, things like that. I would compare them to my favorite matte formula. I don't wear a lot of lipstick these days. You guys know I mainly stick to lip glosses, Fit Glow mostly, in Beauty Project, There's a few lip gloss formulas that I love, so I don't wear a lot of lipstick these days. And the lipstick I do wear, it's been sort of like glossier, but there is one formula of mattes that I really love. I am actually supposed to be swatching the Velvet Mattes from Silk Naturals, so I haven't actually tried that formula yet, so that might beat out both of these, who knows. But my current favorite matte formula is the 100% pure, I don't actually remember what these are called because it's never written on the tubes, but it's the 100% pure matte lipsticks. So they're vegan, naturally dyed, things like that. And I have a whole video dedicated to this. I have swatches of all of these Velvet Matte lipsticks. I can leave that down below. They're not called Velvet Mattes. Those matte lipsticks, the 100% pures. So I can leave that linked below, but I thought I could talk about the Bite formula compared to that one, in case maybe you're thinking, do I really need the Bite formula? How is it different from maybe the 100% pure formula, which I've recommended a bunch? So I thought we could do that today. That would be kind of fun. So before we get into the lipstick swatching part of this, I do want to tell you in this video, since this is the beginning of the week and it's also the first day of this sale, is the Alima Pure foundation sale. So a couple of times a year, Alima Pure does 20% off their foundations, concealers. I think it's their foundations and concealers. So right now they've got loose foundation, they have pressed foundation, and they have 2 different kinds of concealers. They have a loose concealer and they have a cream concealer. I will be buying replacement pans for my pressed foundation in the shade Nutmeg, since this is my summer shade. My winter shade is the shade Sesame, which I already have a couple of pans for, which I bought them from the last foundation sale, which was, I don't remember when it was, a few months back. So I wanted to make you aware of that as well, in case maybe you've been interested in trying the Alima Pure foundation. Maybe you've been waiting for a sale, or maybe you've been waiting to stock up as well. Maybe this is your favorite foundation as well, and you've been waiting for the sale to come around. I'll link below my review of the foundation. Now, right now I only have a formal review of the loose foundation. I probably should get a formal review up of the pressed foundation, even though I have worn the pressed foundation in many, many videos. I have demoed it in many videos, but I don't have a dedicated video for it. I probably should work on that. Considering I do prefer it to the loose foundation, at least at the moment. It's just ease of use, really. And I don't think I have a loose shade that matches me at the moment. Only this pressed foundation shade matches me. I am wearing it today. I'm also wearing the loose concealer, which is my favorite powder concealer. It is the only powder concealer that I have. All the other concealers I have are liquids, but 98% of the time, this is the combination that I'm wearing in my videos. I hardly ever veer outside of this. I'll review them. I'll review other foundations sometimes and I'll like them, but this is what I use on a regular basis because my skin looks really good in these. It doesn't irritate. The color match is really good. So you can see, I'm also wearing some Phytosurgent stuff because at least one of you wants a dedicated Phytosurgents video. So I'm wearing some new Phytosurgent stuff, and like, look at that. Look at that highlight. That's the highlight in Dew of Dawn. I really like that one. I think probably better than Mirrored Moonlight. Anyway, I wanted to make you aware of the Alima Pure foundation sale because I will be taking part, because I love the Alima Pure foundation, and I wanted you guys to be aware of it if that is something that you also want to participate in. And then yeah, I'll leave any relevant videos down below. And then of course, if you've watched me regularly, you'll know, you know, you'll have seen me put on the pressed foundation, but I will work on getting a video up, a dedicated review for the pressed foundation, and then maybe a comparison video of the two. So maybe I'll do 2 different videos. Okay, now we'll get into the lipstick stuff. I know, because if you came here just for Bite lipstick, you're like, shut up already. I didn't come here to listen to you ramble on about everything else. Okay, so today Bite is relaunching their lipsticks. Their lipsticks have been out of stock for, well, since the rebrand, because they are changing all of their formulas over to vegan formulas, because previously they weren't. They either had beeswax or carmine or pearl or some combination of some animal ingredient, but all of their formulas are now being reformulated to be completely vegan. Bite was never a brand that I tried before. I have very minimal experience with their stuff now. I've bought all of their stuff. You know, I've tried all of the Bite stuff up to this point. So I've got their foundation, their powder, the mascara. I don't have their liquid liner because that's not a product that I use. I do have their lip gloss. I do have their new blushes, which you may see in a video next week because I did play with them in a video if I release it. But I never tried their lipstick formulas before. I never tried anything from Bite until the rebrand when they're now, you know, 100% vegan. So they're relaunching their matte lipsticks. I know they had a bunch of formulas before. This one comes in 20 shades. So here's a little overview of, you know, the shades. And they did send me 3. So it says it's a hydrating, soft matte finish. It's got lasting lightweight wear. Creamy texture glides on for instant bold color. Feather and fade resistant, clean, vegan, cruelty-free, and gluten-free. And then it says it's fueled by superfoods like cocoa butter, tapioca pearls, and then mixed with fatty acids for a modern, soft matte finish. So they're available on Sephora.com and BiteBeauty.com today, and then in Sephora stores on July 22nd. So these are the shades that they sent me. They sent me 3. We've got Sugar Buns, which looks to be a pretty neutral shade. Same with this one. Chai, which is more of like a brown nude, and then Hot Tomater. And I see that there's a couple of shades here that I definitely, you know, are definitely shades that I would like. Like Radicchio is a shade that's totally me. Let's see, Fig is a shade that would probably be very me. But anyway, let's start swatching these, and then we can talk about how they compare to the 100% pure lipstick. So here is packaging on the Bite lipstick. So it's got a little bite down there. It has a little indent. It's like a matte finish, metallic tube, and then, so it's also a first impression because I just got these over the weekend and I haven't had a chance to try them yet. Oh, there's a little bee on the on the lipstick as well. All right, so this one is Sugar Buns. That does feel very nice. I'm trying to think of what other mattes I have tried. Not many. I mean, Red Apple lipstick might have some matte formulas that I've, you know, swatched over the years. But really, I fell in love with the 100% pure matte formula and like never really looked at anything else because I loved that one so much. All right, so this one is Sugar Buns, and it does go on very easy. It is very creamy. I didn't think I would like this shade, but I do like this shade. Sugar Buns. This is a very nice formula. It's very comfortable. It doesn't feel like it would get drying at all. And it does, it just goes on very nice and smooth. So that one is the first one. That one is Sugar Buns. Okay, the next one is Chai, which is This shade right here, it's more of sort of like a, I don't know, I guess a brownie nude. Here's what they look like compared to each other on this little sheet here. So here's Sugar Buns, and then here's Chai. And then the other one I got is Hot Tomato. So you can sort of see it against some of the other shades there. Yeah, Fig I think I would like a lot because it's sort of like pinkier. We'll see how I feel about Chai. It is super comfortable. I will say that. Okay. I didn't think I was gonna like Chai for some reason because it did seem more brown to me. But it's like a very beautiful color. I do like this one a lot. I do like the matteness of it as well. It is very nice. So this one is Chai. Didn't think I was gonna like it, but I do. I do really like it. I could definitely see myself wearing this in more of like the fall. This isn't really like a summer shade for me. Sugar Buns would definitely be one that I would wear in the summer, but this screams more like fall and winter to me, but though I do think it matches with sort of like what I've got going on because I do have sort of more of like a darker shade on my eyes. Either way, this one is Chai. It is very beautiful. Okay, so the last shade that I have here is Hot Tomater, which is a red. Is it more of like a blue-based red? No, I think it's got more of like a pink, more of like a pink base. Because they have two reds, they have Hot Tomato and Cayenne. So Hot Tomato might be more of like a pink-based red, where Cayenne might be more of like a red based. I love reds, so I'm expecting to love this one a lot, especially because I do like sort of more pink. It doesn't really pull blue to me, in my opinion. It does look more of like a pink red, so reds are a little bit harder for me to apply, so I am going to apply this off camera, and then I'll come back. Okay, so this one is Hot Tomato, which it's super pretty. I love reds. Even though they are a pain in the butt, there's no forgivement with with reds. You either get them or you get them all over. But this one is very pretty. I do really, really like this one. I think it's a gorgeous shade, very flattering. Again, a very comfortable formula. Actually, I didn't check my teeth, hopefully. I don't have anything on my teeth. But we won't be wearing this for long because I am going to try on one of the 100% pure ones just so we can compare the formula to it. But I do really like this formula. I think this is a very, very comfortable matte formula. It's not drying. I don't know the wear of it yet because I haven't worn them for any length of time. I'm just trying them on for the first time. But I will wear them for you guys and test them so I can tell you guys about wear time, whether they leave a stain or not. The first two didn't, but I mean, reds usually do tend to leave a stain, so I expect this one might leave some kind of a stain. But I don't expect it to get like drying or uncomfortable or anything throughout the day because it feels very nourishing without feeling drying or, you know, whatever they do to matte formulas to make them feel dry, you know, and not look glossy. It's not going to be transfer proof. Most lipsticks aren't, unless you're talking about like a liquid lipstick formula that is like specifically made to be transfer proof. This is definitely not going to be though because of just the way the formula is, but very beautiful, very easy to put on, comfortable. I really like it. So comparing them to the 100% pure ones, which is the only one right now I have experience with. That's my favorite formula anyway because I bought so many of them. So the Bite ones are $28, and then actually the 100% pure formula is also $28. They are doing their semi-annual sale right now, so some of their shades are actually half off, so they're 14 bucks. So kind of a good time to pick those up in case you've been eyeing any of those specific shades. I'll leave those linked down below just in case, as well as my swatch video and review to the matte lipsticks. I know it's still getting watched because I got a comment on it recently about those lipsticks in particular, maybe because of the sale or something like that. Maybe it piqued some people's interest. But that's still one of my favorite formulas when I do wear lipstick, but lately I just haven't been wearing like a ton of lipstick. So I'm gonna take this one off and then I'm going to put on a 100% pure one just so we can compare the formula a little bit, at least based on initial sort of like thoughts about the Bite lipstick. But I do really, this feels really comfortable. I do really like them. I could see myself picking up a couple of more shades just because I do like it so much. And especially because my 100% pure ones are getting kind of old. They will be probably starting to smell funny at some point in the future, so it'd be nice to have some, you know, more matte lipsticks on hand. So I'm gonna take this off, I'm gonna pick a shade, and then we will put that one on. All right, so I just grabbed sort of like a neutral pink. So right off the bat, the Bite ones are slightly creamier, like they go on a little bit slicker. This one, or maybe it's just because these are a little bit older. I'm not sure if, you know, it's been a while since I've had a fresh one, so it's possible it might just be because it's older, but at least the ones that I have, the Bite ones do feel slightly more creamy and just sort of like have a little bit more slick, if that makes sense. Like they're just, the pigment deposits sort of without any force at all. This one just feels a little bit stiffer, but not like, you know, that wouldn't deter me from using this formula because I do really like this formula. I do also feel like the overall look of my lips in the Bite ones was just a little bit more hydrated. They do almost feel, I don't know, maybe slightly more nourishing. Not that these feel bad, because they don't. They are still very comfortable on the lips, but like I was sort of saying before, the Bite ones feel like they have a little bit more slick, you know, they're a little bit more slippery while still being matte. These just feel a little bit stiffer, but I still love this formula, and I do really think there are a lot of flattering colors in the 100% pure formula. Like this one is a very flattering neutral pink. So there are 24 shades of the 100% pure, and then there's 20 shades right now of the Bite. I definitely think across both formulas, you'll find a shade, you know, that you really, really love. I love pretty much all of the shades that I have from the 100% pure ones. I do have 19 of the 24. And again, if you want to see all of those swatched on me, go check out that other swatch video. But I do really think both formulas are great. I really like both of them. They're both very lightweight. You really don't feel like there's anything on once they're on. The 100% pure one just might be a touch stiffer, but I don't really think that's a deterrent. I still think it's a great formula. It's still very hydrating. It still makes the lips, you know, look good. I don't have any problems with feathering or, you know, anything sliding outside my lip line with these. I will have to test that with the Bite ones just because I am unfamiliar with that formula. And I don't know how different this formula is from their old matte formula. Maybe if you've tried this and you've tried the other, you know, the old Bite formula, you can tell us how different this one is from the old matte formula. But I really think you can't go wrong with either formula. I think they're both great. Again, lightweight. You know, they feel great on the lips. So that's all I've got for this video. I hope that this was helpful if you've been either looking at the Bite mattes, if you saw them come out and you were like, ooh, that's interesting. And then maybe you thought to yourself, oh, I wonder how those compare to, you know, the 100% pure ones. And then I will be swatching some mattes from Silk Naturals soon. So when I get into that swatch video, I can actually compare, you know, those to these formulas as well, since these are the matte formulas that I, you know, will have some experience with. So stay tuned for that. Should be coming out before the end of July, hopefully. But yeah, that's all that I've got for this video. I hope that it was helpful and I hope that you guys enjoyed. Let me know what your thoughts are on the new Bite lipstick. And I guess that's all that I've got. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.